Okay, so here's how you make a bootable installer for your Mac. What I like to do is I like to go to this Apple support website. I'll leave a link down in the description. But what you do is you go here to download Mac OS, and you select the Mac OS that you want. If it's anything below High Sierra, they're going to have a whole different way of making a bootable installer. So you want to follow those instructions. But this is for pretty much anything that's like a 2013, 2014 and newer. So I already have Monterey and Big Sur installed. So what you're going to do next is you're going to go over here to your disk utility and you're going to plug in your USB. So I'll do that and I'll get back to you in just a moment. Okay, so now I have disk utility pulled up. You can see here that this is my external media. I already have it set up for Monterey, but we'll go on ahead and erase it. So hit erase, and so with this, if we go back away from the software side of it, we go down, it has all these commands. In this command, you will see it say right here at the very end, my volume. And what that is that's the name of your thumb drive. I like to name my volumes, then I don't have to mess with the code at all. I just go on ahead and do it exactly how it has it. Because if you even have the capitalization off, it's not going to like it. So just like that, my volume, hit erase, give it a few seconds. And we're good. Now I just go back, I'm going to select Monterey once again. I'm going to copy that. And I'm just going to pull up terminal. Okay, so I got terminal pulled up. I'm going to command V, put that in. It's going to want my password, super secure password. It's going to say, are you sure you want to erase it? You hit Y for yes. Go on ahead, it's going to erase the disk. And then it's going to say copying to disk with the percentage after it reaches 100 on erasing the disk. And then after that, see making disk bootable, and then it's going to say copying to disk. And then after that, it's going to say finished, and you'll go to the next line to where you can type in again. And at that point in time, you're safe to eject and remove your media. If you do it before then, your bootable installer will not work. One thing I do think that I should tell you is it will take quite a while. Downloading the software, especially the newer stuff, just gets bigger and bigger. So like High Sierra, I think is like 8 gigs, and it goes all the way up to like 12 gigs with Monterey, I think. So it will take a decent chunk of time. So, I mean, it's unfortunate, but that is how it is. And then, once it downloads, you're gonna go and do terminal like I showed. And you see here how it says copying to disk 0, 10, 20, 30. Sometimes it'll get stuck and then all of a sudden jump to like 80. It just depends on what's going on. But, so, also really quick, if you guys did want to do this on a Macintosh or anything, you cannot make a bootable installer on a Macintosh. You cannot make a bootable installer on a Windows machine. Only Macintosh, only a Mac Studio, anything with Mac OS. No, you can't do it with your phone either. You can only do it on a Mac. So, and I know that on eBay there's people that sell the USBs. I don't know if I trust them, but they are there. So yeah, if you do need a USB made, maybe find a friend or a library or something that might have an Apple that you can do it on. And another thing with making a USB installer is if you're trying to, if you have an M1 and you're trying to make any older OS, so anything before Big Sur really, it won't do it. It'll say no, it's too old for your system, which is true, but it's just because Apple didn't want to program it to where you could make those. And then that's where you have to have an Intel, and you have to be able to use your Intel to make the older ones. And if you want to make even older ones than that, then you have to have an even older machine. It's kind of dumb how they did it, but that's how they did it. Okay, so now if you look here, you can see that it was copying to disk all the way to 100%. Don't take it out once you see 100%. Wait until you see this other message and see it pop down to a new line. So you now see that install media is not available. And so now you should have a bootable USB. That is exactly how you make them. Now you can just take and boot that directly off your computer and get your recovery mode, reinstall, whatever you need to do. So there you go. Really quick, one last thing. Go on ahead and hit eject on the install disk. So then that way you're safe to remove it, you're not going to damage it, and you're not going to damage the information on your computer either. So there you go.